Oh yeah, it's clutch. Something wrong with the clutch there.
Welcome back to the channel. It's Jim from Mid-Bike Crisis, and today is an exciting day because MOT day on the Gixxer. So we're going to just put a little bit of air in the tyres because they're it's been stood for a while, so they're a little bit low. So we want 36 at the front, 42 at the back. That's the recommended pressures, but honestly these were right pain, these. Why don't they make them all on a side, the side type? So we're on 21.6, that's well under. Right, that's 36. And still the back, 42 on the back, that's PSI. What are we on? 28. Just shows you how much your tyres get deflated during winter. There we go, 42 in the rear. That's the tyre pressures done. Still haven't cleaned the bike yet, but we're going to go get the bike MOT'd now. Fingers crossed it passes, and then we'll be able to give it a really good valet and get some wicked content on this bike. I've got 20 minutes to get to the MOT testing station, go see my mate Jim Bell. Hopefully we'll be having a clean bill of health for the next 12 months. So without further ado, let's jump on the bike and get off to the MOT testing station. Right, I've got the Gore-Tex gloves on because it's still a bit cold. And what we're thinking, what's the ideal revs to start when the bike's cold? What do you think? I was thinking about there, about 1750 when you've just started it.
I'll tell you what, I'm glad I checked the tyre pressures. I wasn't going to bother. I thought, I'm just going to take it steady and ride up to the test centre, but they were well under. Well, here we are then. First impressions are very good. As I was in 6th gear though, then I just opened it up a little bit. I'm not sure whether the clutch was slipping a bit, so that'll be something to have a look out for. I'm not sure whether it'll need a clutch, but I will let you know when I've warmed the bike up a bit. Yeah, I think that's slipping a bit, that. Okay, now it's one thing after another. Might be wrong, don't know. Not sure. I'm not sure, but I'm not. Well, I don't think a clutch pack's too expensive, but I would say first impressions there, it felt like the clutch was definitely slipping a bit. So what do we need to look out for? Sorry, not we. What do I need to look out for on the GSXR1000? Let me know in the comments. I want to know known faults on these bikes, things to look out for, because I know there's a lot of GSXR1000 and K2 followers on the channel. If you could all let us know what I need to be looking out for, that would be appreciated. I don't know what gear I'm in there. It's a thing, innit, when you're riding a new bike. Let me just put it down, kick it down. That's first. Oh yeah, it pulls, definitely pulls. But let me just try that. Right, I'm in 6 now, let me just rev that up. Yeah, that's slipping, that. Clutch is slipping, so I don't know whether it's clutch adjustment or the clutch plate. No, it might look it'll be new clutch. Could be just the clutch adjustment here. So actually I was messing about with the clutch and that pin in the down the left hand side, so I wonder if it needs adjusting maybe. Oh yeah, it's clutch. Something wrong with the clutch there. It's not engaging right. But anyway, the main thing is get it through its MOT, and then we can have a look at this clutch issue. But what we've got on the clock, 28,702, so not a fortune on there. And obviously the bike's looking pretty clean now. I've got rid of that damaged rear subframe and bought that very expensive rear fender, 248 quid. Outrageous. But we do these things, don't we, guys? Overall the engine's smooth. It sounds really smooth. You can tell it's got some grunt. There's always a smell of poo round here. It's real rural. The rural poo smell. And we do a left up here somewhere. Here we are. It's a nice little industrial estate around here, actually. Well, a bit of a shame, really. I wanted to have a blast on it, but every time I give it some beans, it just revs out. Anyway, worst case scenario, clutch pack. Best case scenario, bit of adjustment downstairs on the clutch lever, gearbox side down here on the left. In fact, there's some lovely garages here. Won't mind a little unit round here. It's quite cool, that. Got gyms down here at the bottom on the left. And these things here, right, they're caskets for the deceased, would you believe? They get built up into stone caskets. Jim's interesting fact of the day. So here we are, Jim Bell, motor engineers in Home on Spaldingmore. Happy days. Let's have a look at this. So yeah, there was inside here, there was some kind of adjustment, and I think I've gone the wrong way because it's not right. It sounds like the clutch is like half in, you know, when you rev it, it's like ooh, it revs up. Well, if anyone can do it, you're the man.
I'll try my best. That's something to do with it.
Oh right. Oh right. That's it then, right, that's it then, isn't it?
It's fucked. It's fucked, it's only worth a tenner.
Do you want it?
That'll sort it out now.
Is that alright? Cheers, Jim.
My name's Chris. I work further up in the industrial station specialist cars. Yeah, sell a bit of everything and everything.
Excellent.
We like our bikes as well, so.
We all do. We all do. Hey, what are these like? I keep looking at these. MV Augusta.
Just bought that.
Is it what for you?
No, I can't
What's that?
reach floor.
Hey?
No, I can't reach floor.
Oh, right. Hey, nice looking though, isn't it?
Oh, they're a nice looking bike. It was a non-runner when I bought it. I'll get it logged on.
Let's have a look.
It was a non-runner when I bought it.
Yeah, that's nice, that. They do the, it's in that Brutale, it's about 40 grand. Is that the model F4?
F4, yeah.
Oh, it's a nice looking bike, that.
Yeah, MV Augusta F4, I think it is.
Yeah, I like that. It does look new, doesn't it? I thought it was like a 19 plate, actually.
No. Lad spent a lot of money on it.
Wow.
I mean, I've got alt side fairings for it.
Yeah.
And I've got a carbon fibre belly pant on it. So, but yeah, it's all there. All it was
Rembos as well.
yeah, it was the clutch switch.
Yeah, right. So something simple then, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But today's about this beauty. So get this MOT'd. Right, we've had the MOT done, and Jim's going to deliver the verdict. What we're thinking, Jim?
It's failed, unfortunately, and it breaks my heart to fail a bike on its MOT, but unfortunately, the problem is it is very dangerous, so we need to fail it and do the fork oil seals.
So there you go. I'll show you them, because the bike's been stood in my garage for about 5 weeks, not being ridden. I've not noticed this at all, but yeah, the fork seals are pretty bad, to be honest. And then we've got some oil leaking here down near the discs, so that's not good. Both sides. I mean, when I bought the bike, actually, I did notice these bits were a little bit jaded, shall we say, on the edge. But as I've rode here, I've got oil coming out of the forks. So left side's not as bad, actually. It's the right side, but
do them both, won't we?
Yeah. It's got to do.
Yeah. So Jim's going to do the fork seals because one, I ain't got time at all, and he's the expert. So it'd take me a week to do that. But yeah, better be safe than sorry. So I am gutted. I'm a little bit disappointed, but Jim's sound, and obviously he's doing his job. So that's it for now for the jigsaw. Right, we'll put the weld to rights, me and Jim here. Been having a right good whinge. So I'm going to go home and have a cup of tea and drown my sorrows. So we're booked in for the 20...
With a bottle of whiskey.
Bottle of whiskey, yeah. 27th. Jim's gonna do the fork seals and hopefully get on the road for the 1st of April. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I always come in here and I'm like, what can I buy? But I might have a look at that.
Yeah.
That Augusta.
Fire it up,
Gonna have a little listen to this MV, and this will be available for sale. Jim might be able to persuade me. What is it? What size engine? Is that stock? Are they stock exhaust? Smells like. Hey, sounds good, that. Yeah, I like that. Smells nice. It smells like two-stroke.
Yeah.
Had a two-stroke smell then.
It's not got a lot of petrol in it, that's why it smells like it's
Alright.
But yeah.
That's a potential. So we might sell the jigsaw and get that. Who knows? Who knows? Right, I'm going to shoot.
Yep.
Not the outcome that I wanted, but do you know what? Better to be safe than sorry. And big respect there, Jim. Thanks for the MOT. Although it didn't go in the favour of the bike this time. And he fixed me a little issue down there. Can't believe that nut had come off. Crazy. So we're going to go back home now and sulk. In seriousness, we've got the bike booked in now and get the fork seals done. But in fairness to me, when I bought the bike, well, and that's going through the gears nice now. Oh yeah, punchy. When I bought the bike, I think it had been stored up for a while, so the forks were really dry. But obviously now I've been riding it up to the MOT station, it's been pushing the forks up and down, so the seals have just given way really. So I'm going to take it really steady riding back, because I don't fancy getting oil on the front brakes. So I think I'll brake a little bit with the back just to get home steady. So anyway, it's something that can be sorted, and to be honest, it's a job I could do, but I ain't got time at the moment. I really haven't. And Jim's fantastic. He'll crack on and get that done a lot quicker than what I could do. And it's a big help actually. It saves me and helps me out. And he's really reasonable as well. He's Jim. He's I'll put his details up on screen actually. So if you live in the locality, have a look at Jim Bell for your motorbikes. He's a really good guy, and a really honest bloke. Won't have your pants down. He'll just charge a fair price for his work. He's good. But it's nice to be out on a bike actually, although it's very cold. It is nice to be out on the bike, get a bit of a feel for it. Got all them cobwebs down there. Desperate for a clean, this bike. Bit of pulls. I like it. It's got a nice feeling about it. A little pull in here actually. And that stock exhaust sounds good as well. I like it. Have a little look at this beauty. But yeah, I think that's it sounds great. It really does pull. It's just a bit of a shame about the seals. I mean, look at that. Since I've been riding that, that's proper pissing out. So that's dangerous. So we'll take it steady, get the bike home and get it tucked away in the garage until later on next week when Jim gets to work replacing the fork seals. But yeah, I'm surprised how comfy it is actually. It's definitely like the Fireblade, 100%, real comfortable. The gears feel nice and smooth. Do you know, when I ride these bikes, as you know, I've got a 2024 CBR Triple R SP. I love the bike, I absolutely love it. I love the look of it. I just love it. It's an awesome bike, but I don't get as much enjoyment out of that bike than I do these bikes like this and the 954. I just think they're a little bit more engaging, and I do think they're a better looking bike, these old retro bikes. And I've said it before and I'll say it again, I think the new bikes, unlike the Fireblade, they're a borderline a little bit numb. You know, they'll almost ride the bike for you. Whereas these bikes, you've got to be respectful of the bike and the power, because there's no traction control, ABS or any of that good stuff that's on the new Fireblade. And these bikes are riders' bikes, so you won't be able to pass your test and jump on one of these. You'd land yourself in trouble. Whereas, again, I've said this before, you could jump on that new Fireblade, and as long as you're not a div, you could ride that bike, because it's got so much going on in the electronics department. You know, it'll keep you right. Whereas this, you know, if you're a little bit too wristy, you could land yourself in, you know, a little bit of trouble and not realise or not know or have the experience how to get yourself out of that trouble. Whereas the new Fireblade, and I can make this comparison because I've ridden both bikes and I own both bikes, the new Fireblade, it'll definitely keep you out of trouble. There's been a few occasions where I've been riding the bike and I'll just see the ABS light flash on and I won't even realise, whereas my old 954, you ride that and I've had the back end go out. So that's what the difference between having all your electronics and a bike like this that's pure raw bike with no rider aids whatsoever. I do believe these make you a better rider. Oh, it feels great around the corners, that. I do think the old bikes make you a better rider. I really do, because, you know, you've got to think about the bike a lot more, and it's always in the back of your mind. You know, you're thinking, got to be careful here. Can't be revving it out when it's cold and, you know, going into corners a little bit too hot. Whereas in new bikes, they've got all of this stuff to keep you safer. It's like an insurance policy, I would say. But that's it, guys. Not the news I wanted to know, but it is what it is, and we'll get it sorted. See you all on the next video.